Hey, what's going on YouTube? I'm going to start off with the dollar. We opened down, but not before we crossed on a daily the 34. Looks like the 8 and the 13 are crumbing across. So look for a bearish retracement into support. And wondering if that'll hold, because on a weekly, we're running into quite a bit of resistance on the way up. So 95 is a big resistance. Previous lows needs to break above that. Breaking above these previous highs for it to start to come up to its natural course, which is about 97. But we'll see. It's only Monday, and as it sits right now, it looks like it wants to come down into support. See if this will hold, as the weekly has more emphasis, and if the emphasis is that bullish retracement is the hit of resistance. Look for previous low breaks all the way down, and once it breaks 93, it should follow that wick pretty swiftly all the way down. So see what happens. But daily looks strong. Just a bullish retracement, but then on the weekly you look at it and you're like, oh, there's a lot of resistance on the way up. Just looking at 5 hour real quick. Looks like a stair step into support as it sits now. And we got support here at 94.5, 94.30 at previous highs. So see if it'll do what it's going to do, but might bearish retrace on a daily first, whatever it does. NASDAQ, looks like we got another bearish retracement into resistance. See if it wants to use this pattern for the rest of the week and jump above the 34 and tap the other end, making another lower high. But that's for the week. So it may be that the week is just putting in its highs as this falls down, but on the daily we can see a higher low. We can see the W pattern coming in. So see if it wants to push into the 4,500 range and hit its lower high. But as we sit now, it has made a lower high, came all the way down, and now it's making a W pattern. So it's bearish on the longer term. See if we can get above the 34, consolidate a little bit, and hit its 4,500 range. But it's just Monday. See what happens. Looks on 5 hour though, nice, nasty falling star. So again, emphasis riding on the weekly, as that looks like a bearish retracement, where the daily is fooling you thinking that is bullish, a W pattern. So if we go for the long term, we can see the bearishness, and we can take a look at a different angle using the 5 hour. See that nasty close of the falling star. So could just mean a bearish, bullish retracement, but we'll see. Things to think about. S&P had a ride, made a lower bottom. We've got a morning star pattern. See if it wants to push into resistance. That's a daily, and for the week so far we're above the 8. Definitely below our lower highs, where we're monitoring the Dow on the same situation. Looks like we missed our natural point on a 5 hour on the S&P. So if this wants to break down, and that didn't reach the other end of that long trend line. I call that double bearish. So see how the week comes. Looks like it's opening down on this latest candle on the 5-hour. See how the week ends. The Dow got another push. Got a bearish retracement slash bullish engulfing. Coming into a lot of resistance. Lower highs, 34, 13, and the 8. All right there. So see if it gets pushed back, as the first day of the week usually puts in the highs or lows right off the bat. So maybe this is the highs of the week for the Dow. On a weekly, we want to make sure that we stay below the lower highs. So let's see where we're at. Still below the lower highs on that. But nice bounce so far this week. Wrong lower highs. Okay, so it bounced off the support. We want that price to be below that trend line. So right now we're bouncing off of lower highs. Above the 8 and the 13, nice bounce off the trend line and all our support there. So see if it'll hold. Back to the S&P. S&P looks a lot more bearish than the Dow does. On the copper, we got a nice bounce. See if we can hold this momentum. But as I stated earlier, reverse head and shoulders, and a failure of that second reverse head and shoulders. Hopefully, we're just making a lower high, higher low on the bottom of this thing. So hopefully that bottom will hold, and we'll still be in a bullish pattern. So just stretch beyond its means. This should have held and broke that flat top break, but it just wasn't ready yet. So we'll see if this holds. It's only the first day. Look for a bearish retracement, and then it has to close above to change momentum. But right now it looks like the momentum's down, as it just it's going to retrace back to the resistance lines. Because right now we do have a lower high, but we do have a pattern break first, and we are below all lines of support. So see what happens. As I stated earlier, copper has a lot to work. A lot of work to do on the monthly. So could be just getting started. Had a nice run, but we didn't get above resistance on a monthly chart. So we got knocked back pretty hard. Might need another down leg. See what happens. But copper is going to be awesome when it starts moving, I think. Pretty cool to watch. Crude was up. Flat top break right there, right off the 34. Coming from a double bottom. All the way across 34. Bullish retrace, back into support. Boom, boom, flat top break. And then today, flat top break. It's on the 50. Hopefully we can get up to these previous highs. 51. And then pushing the previous lows all the way up. Looks like 53. 54, let's call it 54, 58, onwards to Well, we got a previous high, 62. So, first stop 50. These previous highs, breaking into the previous lows, and then it's flat top at 60. Right here. So, looks pretty bullish. It's still running. Got to break that 50 though. Gold. We got a nice push Sunday night. No one's watching. Doing its thing. We're right there at 1280. I thought it was going to hold. This is a bullish move though. Right across the trend line, and then it retraced all day back into support. So we got to close above 1280. We're not there. We're back down. But we got lots of support on the way down if it wants to go that way. But right now, we middle of the night, Sunday night, we broke and retraced all the way back into the support. So it's a bullish move, I do believe. We'll see what happens. Hopefully I don't keep running this thing at 3 o'clock in the morning, and then we all wake up wondering where all the trades are, and everything's gapped already. So watch for the gap and runs, I guess. Silver, same thing. It's got to break that trend line on the way up. We got higher lows coming in on a daily for the week. It's like we opened up and started retracing back in. So maybe as I stated last week, I think this is a stair step. See if it wants to put in a double bottom, bounce off the 8. We've got lots of support on the way down. The 8 has moved up quite a bit from last week. Too hard to tell right now. We got a double bottom. It's just below 17. We need to hold 17, maybe do a reversal bar, come down to 17, and close all the way up. That'll be awesome to see. If it wants to do one of these stair steps, it's going to have to come down below the 8. 5 hour, we got a W. Nice bullish, encompassing right here. We got an inverted hammer right there, and another reversal bar. See if it wants to move up. It's got lower highs all the way through. We got a break, flat top break at 1740. Gets above 1740, comes back in at 1740, buy into support, and use that as your basis. Or you can do the 34 as it pops above the 34 and retraces back to it. Looks pretty good for a double bottom here. Everything's bullish. Got some reversal bars, bullish encompassing. It's just doing its thing right across the 34, whipping across it through the consolidation. Here we got a breakdown, bearish retracement, but did not break previous lows. It came up, boom, then it broke, moved across, double bottom. Gonna wait for a double top, flat top break, right around 1740. See if we can get above on the 5 hour the next few candles. GDX looks like it wants to move higher after the bounce. I've seen some stocks already that did the 1-2 into support and just bounced and just kept going. So it might be a trend. Some early runners for indicators like ASM is doing the same move. Look for a flat top break of the previous high, 25.84. You can use that as your support or wait for the 26 break. Likely on this, because 26 is right there and the ultimate high, I'd wait for the flat top break off of this previous high here. But it looks awesome. Got that W right there. Pretty nice. It gapped up. Same with the 5 hour. Looks pretty nice. Looks like a hammer right off of the last candle on the 5 hour. Or it might, yeah, last candle on the 5 hour. It gapped, so now you got support right at the gap. And it came down to support, made a hammer for the ending the final. Look for a previous high break, 25.40, or else wait for that 26. But that's a W right off support, right off the 34. Pretty nice. See what happens. It's only Monday. Same thing on the juniors. Look for previous high breaks. The 5 hour looks exactly the same, I think. Another hammer. Did the same thing. I'm only calling this a hammer because it's on support. And this thing is just breaking out. If it was the other way around, where this was a top, I would say it differently. But we got lots of support on the way down. Whereas a top would have less support on the way down. So there you go. Here's another hammer right off support. And here's an inverted hammer. Here's a doji single. Taking that previous little break. See what happens. May just be a Monday fluke where these things are going to come retracing back down, making another pattern. That's all I got today. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your donations. And lots of subscribers coming in. Appreciate all you new guys. Just using long-term charts. Always start with a weekly. Just 3 lines of support and resistance. And see if we can get some runners out of this week. Opened up nicely. But got lots of support. But you never know. It did tap the highs. Maybe it needs to consolidate some more. We'll see. See how we open tomorrow. But all I'm doing is long-term charts, weeklies, using 8 EMA, 13 EMA as lines of support, and a trend setter for the 34 SMA on a weekly chart. That's it. I mean, try to keep it simple. Don't use much indicators unless I'm trading. But just using candles tells the story. Really. You can see the consolidations pretty easily. You can see the bounces pretty easily. And then all I use these trend lines, these EMAs as my trend lines. So I follow that thing all the way up with it. violates it, then I know the way this ended. So I mean, just keeping it simple, and I'm happy that a lot of you are enjoying these videos. And again, if I would have known that all you guys like these kind of videos, I would have done them a long time ago. But there we go. Let's make some money. It's a new bull market for the precious metals, and waiting for a churn here. All right, see ya.